Talkatoo Podcast.
English conversation made easy.
Hey, it's really nice to sit down and talk again. I'm Lina, and today has actually been a pretty relaxing day. I went to the local market this morning, bought some vegetables, came home, and made a simple lunch. It wasn't anything special, but somehow it felt like a really good day.
And I'm Dilo. My day started with a surprise, and not a very pleasant one.
Oh, what happened?
I checked my bank account.
That can be a dangerous activity.
Seriously, I opened my banking app, looked at the number, and my first thought was, wait, where did all my money go?
I think almost everyone has had that moment.
The strange part is that I couldn't remember buying anything expensive.
No new phone? No vacation? No giant television?
Nothing like that. Then I looked through my spending history.
And?
Coffee, snacks, food delivery, another coffee, a drink with a friend, one online purchase that I had completely forgotten about, then another food delivery.
Ah, the little purchases.
Exactly. Every single one seems small. $5 here, $10 there, a few dollars somewhere else.
And together, they quietly become a very big number.
That's what shocked me. I wasn't spending hundreds of dollars at one time. I was spending a little bit, many times.
Before we continue, let's say hello to everyone listening.
Yes, whether you're driving, cooking dinner, taking a walk, cleaning your house, or practicing your English with us today, we're so happy you're here.
And thank you for all your wonderful comments. We really enjoy reading them, especially when you tell us how these conversations have become part of your daily routine.
We also love hearing that many of you listen once to relax and then use the PDF afterward to review vocabulary and expressions.
That's honestly one of the best ways to improve your English naturally. So if you don't understand every word today, don't worry. Just enjoy the conversation first.
And if these episodes make your English practice feel easier or give you a peaceful break during the day, don't forget to subscribe to Talkatoo English Podcast. We'd love to have you with us every week.
You know, your bank account story reminds me of something.
Let me guess. You've done exactly the same thing.
Oh, definitely. I remember looking at my monthly spending once and thinking, who keeps buying all these snacks?
And then realizing,
It was me.
that's always the disappointing answer.
I think we often imagine that saving money means making huge changes.
Like never eating at restaurants again, or never buying anything fun.
Exactly. But maybe that's why so many people give up.
Because it feels too difficult.
Yeah. But what if saving money isn't really about living a boring life?
Then what is it about?
Maybe it's about paying a little more attention to the small choices we make every day.
Because those small choices quietly build our future.
Exactly. And maybe today's conversation isn't really about spending less.
Maybe it's about spending a little more wisely. You know, after I looked through my bank account, I decided to be honest with myself.
Oh, that sounds serious.
It was. I stopped asking, where did my money go? And started asking, where did I choose to spend it?
That's a very different question.
Yeah, because the money didn't disappear. I spent it.
Exactly. And I think that's actually good news.
Really? It didn't feel like good news.
Maybe not at first. But if our habits created the problem, our habits can also help solve it.
That's true.
So what surprised you the most?
Food delivery.
Really?
Oh, definitely. Some evenings I'd come home tired and think, I'll just order dinner. It's only this one time.
And then the next evening...
It's been a long day. I'll order again.
I know that feeling.
The funny part is that every order felt reasonable by itself.
Exactly. We rarely spend a huge amount all at once. It's the little habits that quietly grow.
Coffee was another one.
The daily coffee.
I love buying coffee on the way to work. It makes the morning feel a little nicer.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Right. I don't want to stop enjoying life.
I think that's really important. Saving money doesn't mean removing every little joy.
So, how do you decide what's worth spending money on?
I usually ask myself a simple question.
Which is?
Will this still make me happy tomorrow?
That's interesting.
Because sometimes the answer is yes.
Like meeting a friend for lunch.
Exactly. Or buying a book you've wanted to read for months. Or taking your family out for dinner.
And sometimes the answer is,
I completely forgot I bought this.
like the kitchen gadget I used exactly once.
We've all been there.
You know what else surprised me? Subscriptions.
Oh,
I found one that I'd completely forgotten about.
really?
Yeah, every month a small payment disappeared from my account, and I never noticed because it wasn't a very big amount.
That's a perfect example. Small numbers don't always get our attention.
Until they become 12 months of small numbers.
Exactly.
I think online shopping makes this even harder.
Definitely.
Sometimes I'll see a big word that says sale, and suddenly I feel like I'm saving money.
Even though you're spending money.
Exactly.
I think we've all fallen into that trap.
So maybe the question isn't, is it cheap?
Maybe it's, did I actually need it?
That's a much better question.
Because buying something you don't need for half price still costs money.
Wow, that's so obvious, but I never think about it that way.
I think most of us don't. We focus on the discount instead of the decision.
Maybe saving money isn't about becoming a different person.
Maybe it's simply about noticing the little habits that quietly spend our money every single day. You know, after everything we've said, I hope people don't think we're saying, never buy coffee again, or never enjoy yourself.
Yeah, because honestly, I don't think I could survive without coffee.
Me neither. And that's not really the point.
Then what is the point?
I think it's about spending money on things that actually make your life better.
That's interesting because not everything that feels good for 5 minutes feels good afterward.
Exactly.
I remember buying a jacket online because it was on sale.
Oh?
I didn't really need another jacket, but the discount looked amazing, so I thought I'd be losing money if I didn't buy it.
That's a very clever trick our brains play on us.
Yeah, the jacket arrived, I wore it once, and now it's been sitting in my closet for almost a year.
So the discount didn't really save you anything.
No, it actually cost me money.
I think we've all had moments like that.
But then I also spent money on a train ticket to visit one of my old friends.
And how did that feel?
Completely different. We spent the whole day talking, walking around the city, eating simple food, and laughing about old memories.
Do you regret spending that money?
Not for 1 second.
Exactly. Because sometimes experiences stay with us much longer than objects.
That's true. I can barely remember half the things I bought this year.
But I bet you remember that day with your friend.
Every part of it.
I think that's why saving money shouldn't mean saying no to everything.
It should mean saying yes to the right things.
Exactly.
I have another example.
Go on.
A few months ago, some friends invited me to a picnic in the park.
That sounds nice.
Everyone brought something small. I made sandwiches, someone else brought fruit, another friend made cookies.
So nobody spent very much.
Exactly. We stayed there for hours, talking and watching the sunset.
And I guess it became one of your favorite weekends.
It really did.
That's what I love about simple moments. Sometimes they cost very little, but they give us so much.
Maybe we've connected happiness with spending too much.
I think advertising tells us that all the time. Buy this and you'll feel happier.
But real happiness doesn't usually arrive in a shopping bag.
No, it usually arrives in conversations, shared meals, long walks, or time with people we love.
That's a really different way of thinking about money.
Yeah, instead of asking, how can I spend less?
Maybe we should ask, what is actually worth spending money on?
Exactly.
Because once we know what truly matters,
It becomes much easier to say no to the things that don't.
and maybe that's the secret. Saving money isn't about having less fun.
It's about making sure our money supports the life we actually want to live.
You know, after listening to everything we've talked about today, I remembered something I tried last year.
Oh?
I challenged myself to spend less money for 1 month.
That sounds difficult.
It did, and honestly, I started with completely the wrong attitude.
What do you mean?
I told myself, okay, I'm not spending money on anything fun.
That already sounds a little depressing.
It was. After 3 days, I was already thinking about giving up.
Why?
Because it felt like I was punishing myself. Every time I wanted a coffee or wanted to meet a friend somewhere, I immediately thought, no, I can't.
I think that's why many budgets don't last very long.
Exactly. They feel like a list of things you aren't allowed to do.
So what changed?
One evening, I sat down and looked at what I had actually spent during those first few days.
And?
I realized something funny.
Tell me.
I hadn't stopped spending money.
Really?
No, I had just stopped spending it on things I actually enjoyed.
Oh.
I was still buying random snacks because I was bored. I was still making small online purchases, but I kept saying no to things that made me genuinely happy.
That's a really interesting realization.
Yeah, so I changed the challenge.
How?
Instead of asking, can I buy this? I started asking, will this improve my day or my life in a meaningful way?
That's a much better question.
Sometimes the answer was yes.
Like what?
Meeting a friend for lunch, buying fresh ingredients to cook something nice at home, replacing my old running shoes because they were completely worn out.
Those sound like thoughtful decisions.
Exactly. But when I almost bought another shirt that looked exactly like the 5 shirts I already owned,
Yeah,
the answer was definitely no.
we've all been there.
The strange thing was that by the end of the month, I had saved some money.
That's great.
Yeah, but that wasn't even the best part.
Really?
I became much more aware of my habits. I stopped buying things automatically. I started planning meals before going to the supermarket. I borrowed books from the library instead of buying every book that looked interesting.
So you weren't just saving money.
I was paying more attention to my choices.
I love that.
And honestly, life didn't become smaller.
It became more intentional.
Exactly.
I think that's the biggest lesson. Spending less doesn't have to mean enjoying life less.
Sometimes it simply means making room for the things that matter most.
And once you start making those choices, you realize that having more money isn't always about earning more.
Sometimes it's about wasting less without giving up the life you enjoy. You know, after today's conversation, I don't think saving money sounds as boring as it used to.
That's good to hear.
Seriously, when I heard the words save money, I immediately imagined saying no to everything I enjoy.
I think a lot of people imagine that.
But now it feels different.
How?
I think it's less about spending less and more about spending with a purpose.
I love that. Because money is really just a tool.
Exactly. It helps us build the kind of life we want.
And if we spend it without thinking, we might accidentally build a life that doesn't actually make us happy.
You know, one thing surprised me while we were talking today.
What was that?
Almost all of our favorite examples were simple things.
That's true.
Walking with a friend, cooking dinner at home, having a picnic, visiting family, borrowing books from the library.
None of those things cost very much.
But they gave us some of the best memories.
I think that's an important reminder. Sometimes we believe we need more money to enjoy life.
When actually, we might just need more attention.
Exactly. More attention to the people around us, the experiences we choose, and the habits we build.
I think I'm going to make one small change this week.
Oh?
Before I buy something, I'm going to wait 1 day.
That's a great idea.
Because if I still want it tomorrow, maybe it's worth buying.
And if you've completely forgotten about it,
then I probably never needed it in the first place.
Exactly.
What about you?
I think I'll keep doing something I've started recently. Every Sunday evening, I look at how I spent my money during the week. Not to judge myself, just to understand my habits a little better.
I like that. It feels calm, not stressful.
That's the goal. I don't want money to become something that makes me anxious.
I want it to become something I use more wisely.
Exactly.
Before we finish today, maybe we can leave everyone with one question.
I'd love that. So here's our question for you. What is one thing you spend money on that truly makes your life better? And what is one thing you could probably spend a little less on?
My answer is easy. I never regret spending money on time with friends, but I could definitely spend less on food delivery when I'm just feeling lazy.
And my answer would be that I love spending money on fresh food to cook at home and on books that I know I'll read more than once. But I could probably stop buying little things just because they're on sale.
I think a lot of people can relate to that.
Me too.
Maybe saving money isn't really about giving things up.
Maybe it's about making space for the things that matter most.
And maybe a rich life isn't measured by how much we spend.
Maybe it's measured by how intentionally we live.
And if you'd like to review today's vocabulary and expressions, don't forget to check the PDF in the description.
Thank you so much for listening and for all your wonderful comments. We truly enjoy reading them, and they remind us that we're learning and growing together.
And if Talkatoo English Podcast helps your English feel more natural or brings a little warmth to your day, don't forget to subscribe and join us again next time.
Take care of yourself this week.
Spend wisely.
But don't forget to enjoy life too.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.